Hello, America. Hello.
In the shadow of the Lincoln Memorial, behind ballistic glass streaked with rain, Trump delivered a salute to America, featuring a show of force in the form of armored vehicles on the ground and aircraft overhead.
They are the United States Coast Guard, United States Navy, the United States Air Force, United States Marines, the greatest soldiers on earth.
His speech, mainly glorifying the country's military achievements, was billed as nonpartisan, but it was seen by some as a show of political force for Donald Trump himself.
Our nation is stronger today than it ever was before.
Trump has wanted a military parade ever since he attended Bastille Day celebrations in France 2 years ago. With short notice and aides scrambling, this was as close as he could get. Now, a U.S. president hasn't inserted himself into Independence Day like this for decades. And critics say using patriotism and the military as political props has hijacked a day that should unify Americans. But it's safe to say unifying Americans is not one of Trump's core talents. So as critics and supporters converged on D.C., Arthi Pohl found out how people felt about the day and inevitably their president.
On a sweltering day, the U.S. Capitol was a sea of red, white, and blue. Star-spangled hats, even flag-clad canines. The crowd, a cross-section of Americans, but easy enough to see, not a unified one. On the one hand, Trump enthusiasts, like Terry Driver, here with her family from Texas.
We brought our flag shirts and stars, and then we were able to purchase this today. What a bargain at $5.
In fact, the Make America Great Again crowd came prepared.
This is unbelievable. This is my first time here, and the electricity and the excitement of everyone here is just overwhelming. Everybody's proud of our president. I don't know what these anti-people is. Everybody here is pro-Trump.
Not convinced the 4th of July should be a nonpartisan affair, he's selling Trump 2020 placards.
$5 each.
He claims he sold 100,000 of them during the last campaign and plans to double that next time. But near his mobile sales booth, artifacts from the other side of America's divide. Many baby Trump balloons protesting this year's celebration, a celebration that's undergone a Trump makeover. The new look for the old holiday doesn't sit well with everyone.
It's not President's Day or anything, so you should just leave it to 4th of July.
Political rally in the middle of D.C. on 4th of July. That's just totally improper.
While he boycotted Trump's evening address, some held their own counter-events.
Trump is a big baby festival. I feel like his presence is a political statement. Usually presidents don't come to July 4th, precisely because they don't want to make it partisan. He has tried to turn our holiday into a holiday for Donald Trump and the Republican Party and his re-election campaign.
But for all of the division and political disagreement, for the most part, the demonstrators and those rallying remained relatively peaceful, except for one small group of anti-Trump protesters who clashed with a group of Trump supporters outside of the White House after one group burned an American flag. That situation, though, Andrew, was quickly diffused when Secret Service intervened.
Okay, so all in all, a relatively calm day. Do we know how expensive it was?
Well, for now, what we know is that essentially none of the agencies that would be responsible for the cost are really giving us a tally. The White House nor the Pentagon have given us a dollar figure. There was one report in the Washington Post that suggested that the National Park Service has diverted $2.5 million towards this extravagant event. But essentially, at this stage, it's believed that's just a fraction of the cost, and it's expected to have cost millions of dollars, Andrew.
Okay, Arthi Pohl in Washington tonight. Thanks so much.